Greetings, fans of fiction media. In case you don't already know, I have hit 200 subscribers on my YouTube channel last month, and to celebrate the milestone, we shall view at the games that I have on my Switch. It's Nintendo's first hybrid console, a video game system that's part console and part handheld. It is pretty cool to play it in TV mode, handheld mode, and tabletop mode anywhere you go. There are over 1,000 games available on Nintendo's 9th gen console. I literally have a dozen games as of this video, and I will talk about them all in the order I got them in. A little heads up, if your favorite game isn't here, it's because it's not on my Switch. Since I stated what needed to be stated, it's time for me to make the switch. Hey, I'm Owen, the Fiction Fanboy, and here's what's on my Switch. First game I'm here to show you is a big Wii U to Switch port called Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's like the original Mario Kart 8, but there are some differences between the two versions of the game, like being able to hold two items at once like a double dash, and all maps went from blue to gray. The main differences in the game are that you get access to almost every playable character and every track, DLC included. You can perform ultra mini turbos that create purple sparks, and Nintendo fixed the one thing that was messed up in the original Wii U game: the battle mode. You won't be battling on racetracks anymore. You'll be doing a variety of battles in some new battle courses and recreated old ones. If having the Zelda and Animal Crossing characters wasn't fascinating enough, you'll have to be fascinated now that we have the Inklings from Splatoon. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has to be the foremost Mario Kart game in the series, and I'd like to see if Nintendo makes anything new for Mario Kart 9. Next we have the launch title people really wanted for the Switch, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Remember how Twilight Princess was going to be a GameCube game at first, but ended up being a launch title for the Wii as well? Turns out that Nintendo did that to Breath of the Wild too. A planned Wii U game released on the Wii U and released as a launch title on the Switch. There is a lot that was done in this game to make it unlike the other main series Zelda games. For instance, there is full voice acting, and you can do a lot of things that weren't possible to do in other Zelda games. You have a huge inventory of items, weapons, bows, potions, clothes, and even food. Boy, this game sure packed a punch. Your major goal in the game may be to restore Link's memories, but I can almost guarantee that fans have the boldest side quest that no other side quest is worth questing for. And that is to make this game a memorable treasure for the course of life. Speeding its way to be the first third-party game here, it's Sonic Forces. I will admit that this does feel like the cash grab version of Sonic Generations, yet I say that it's a cash grab that I don't mind playing, and I think I can focus on the good things about the game. Infinite is a dangerous dude with the Phantom Ruby in his grasp, and it's up to modern Sonic, classic Sonic, and a rookie to defeat him and Eggman's empire of other baddies. The rookie is the avatar you create for your gameplay, making me curious how the cutscenes are still intact while the avatars are different. Having weapons called Wispins is a neat way to use Wisp abilities. Classic Sonic is fine in the game, although the control scheme for him is questionable. The skins for the Joy-Cons are nice, and much like 96% of the other Sonic games, the soundtrack is spectacular. Sonic Forces is tolerable, although I would want an actual sequel to Sonic Generations for the next 3D Sonic game. This one's been traveling around different kingdoms, including the Switch Kingdom, let's all give it up for Super Mario Odyssey. Oh boy, we have our first 3D Mario game in HD. Bowser has once again kidnapped Princess Peach, and this time, he legit plans on marrying her. Mario must work with Cappy in order to save the princess and Tiara, Cappy's sister. Mario and Cappy will have to go to various kingdoms using the Odyssey, master Cappy's abilities to capture enemies and make discoveries, and take on the Broodals and other bosses to crash the wedding plans. Mario can even blend in with crowds by receiving outfits whether you buy them or earn them. You have a whole bunch of new and old moves you can use, a bunch of familiar faces you get to see, and entering pixelated pipes will make you feel like you're playing the original Super Mario Bros. Game on an all-new level. Mario can definitely jump up like a superstar now in his most grand adventure yet, and he could consider traveling with Peach, as long as Peach isn't getting kidnapped all the time. The game where half genie, half human first met the system that's half console, half handheld is Shantae Half Genie Hero Ultimate Edition. Most games have a male as the main character, but Way Forward has a female gaming mascot, Shantae. She's a human genie hybrid girl who can transform into different animals by dancing so she can protect the human realm from Risky Boots, pirate captain of the Tinkerbats. I somehow got the Ultimate Day 1 Edition bundle. It has a soundtrack CD, an art book, and obviously, the physical copy of the game. There are 9 game modes overall, so there's more to do after you beat the final boss in the main game. You can play as Risky Boots and see her side of the story on how she almost won. Save Shantae from Nega Shantae as Bolo, Roddy Tops, and Sky. Play an easier version of the main game, play a nasty version of the main game, have fun in the sun, switch up Switch Force style, vanish, attack, and wall jump as a ninja, and play as the protagonist in her freaking pajamas. Hot dang, this is one good game. Another third-party game that scored a goal on the Switch is Rocket League. What if you could play soccer as cars instead of people? That's what Rocket League is. You and your team of cars have to win the epic sporting event by driving the ball to the opposing team's goal. You can jump, accelerate, boost, and drive on walls to do what you must to win the game. Soccer isn't the only sport you can play. You can try out the car form of ice hockey or basketball if you want to. It's not just the sports that make the game look cool. The huge vehicle selection is remarkable, as you can use vehicles courtesy of DC Comics, the Jurassic Park series, and exclusive to the Switch version are some Mario and Metroid-themed vehicles. Supposing that the game will continue for at least one more year, I'll be looking out for additional Rocket League crossovers since we recently received some spooky stuff from Stranger Things. Now, are you a sucker, or will you be a soccer fan? Let's see if I can survive talking about the game that'll cover me in ink. The game I am referring to is Bendy and the Ink Machine. One thing we all strive to do is survive, and you'll definitely want to stay alive in this survival horror game. At Joey Drew Studios, there is an ink machine that is capable of things you do not yet know about. Once the ink machine has been turned on, you got to help Henry work his way through the place, as you have to complete certain tasks, solve some puzzles, explore the place, and face the ink and all the monsters that it creates by using some melee weapons. Don't get too much ink on the screen, or you will have to try again from where you last saved your progress. If you need to clear the ink on your screen or hide from incoming enemies, there are little miracle stations to stay secure. The story consists of 5 chapters to play through, and after you play through all of them, you may never see ink the same way again. Some games served me a tennis ball, and I respond to the serve by bringing up that game, Mario Tennis Aces. The previous Mario Tennis game, Ultra Smash, was one of the worst Mario sports games and a failure like the console it released on, the Wii U. That would not be the last time Mario plays tennis though. It's true, Mario and his friends made a rebound in stylish new tennis outfits by allowing you to play tennis while breaking the laws of time itself, since you can go in slow motion to reach the tennis ball that's too fast to get to at normal speed. And like the realistic tennis, you can lose by running out of rackets, which can actually get broken by special shots. For those that want to both adventure and know how to play, the game has a story where Luigi gets possessed by a legendary tennis racket, and it's up to Mario to destroy the racket and save his bro. Regardless of what game modes you play and how you play them, it's clear that this tennis spin-off game is indeed an ace. We got to have a Smash Bash about my favorite game on the system so far, because it's truly ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, that is. You probably aren't going to see another fighting game like this one, because every character that was a fighter in previous installments in the Smash Bros. Series, along with some new additions, are together at last, meaning everyone is here. It's not just the fighter roster that's packed. There are over 100 stages to play, from excluding the Battlefield and Final Destination variations, and stages that have hazards on or off, almost 1,000 pieces of music, updated quick final smashes, and many, many spirits from various gaming franchises. Speaking of spirits, there's a new adventure mode where you must collect spirits, rescue the fallen fighters, and triumph over the big bad beings in the universe. Sakurai himself said that Ultimate is the hardest Smash Bros. Game he had worked on, and he also said that there may never be another opportunity to bring so many fighters in one game. I can't argue with him there, especially that I know there's even more cool content on the way, and I am one of the happiest fans about this colossal crossover. Spin dashing and celebration of past and future is the only game in this video that doesn't display the title on the icon. It's Sonic Mania Plus. Outside Sonic Generations, Sonic has been getting some games that range from being decent to being terrible lately, and despite that, Sega actually made a game that proves that Sonic is still cool. Sonic Mania is a late 25th anniversary gift and love letter to those who have been admirers of the fastest thing alive since the Genesis era. Fans wanted a physical copy, and so we got that, plus, an art book and reversible cover not too long after the original's release. You gotta run through some remade classic stages as well as some new nostalgic ones to prevent Eggman and the hard-boiled heavies from using the Phantom Ruby for evil purposes. The Plus version contains an Encore mode and lets you play as two brand new characters named Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel. You could say that Sonic Mania overall is a Genesis game in the 21st century. Genesis, yet in the modern time. A game that has proudly been cursed to be ported on the Switch is Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. I didn't think I needed another 3DS game, and I don't have a Wii U. Luckily, a digital version of the game released on the Switch eShop, and I used an eShop gift card to get it. If being only human wasn't a handful for Shantae, now she must deal with Ammo Baron legally being the new mayor of Sequin Land and team up with her pirate nemesis, Risky Boots, to keep the Pirate Master at bay by collecting dark magic from corrupted Tinkerbats and substituting her genie magic with Risky's piratey items to destroy the dens of evil. Pirate mode gives you the pirate items right away. There's a mini dungeon that's similar to an original Shantae dungeon too. Different from the other versions of the game, you can play a mini game called Super Shantae Nab to collect some gems. I heard that many fans have dubbed this game as the best Shantae game ever, and the Switch version is presumably the one you should play the most. Before I get to the final game on my Switch, here are a few games that I played the demos of at GameStop. In other words, these are the games I have tried out. Additionally, I'll let you know what games I look forward to, whether they're games that have been released and I do not yet own, or games that haven't been released but wish to get. And now it's time to reveal the final game that's on my Switch. It's been mining on many consoles. Bravo to Minecraft! Just to be clear, I'm referring to the port of the original game that was released in 2018, not to be confused with Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition. Yes, it's the one very popular game known for letting people get creative by building their own home on their own land, by building with blocks, and also playing for your own survival, whether you do it alone or with friends on other consoles. The game has been favored so much that it was available on a lot of platforms, even on Nintendo consoles like the new Nintendo 3DS and Wii U. While I'm on the subject of Minecraft on Nintendo consoles, the Super Mario Mashup Pack from the Wii U version is already in the Switch version, because why should there not be Nintendo content in Nintendo versions of third-party games? You can do a countless amount of cool stuff in this treasured prodigy, and it's easily true throughout the time you play it on the Switch. What's up guys, this is the end screen. Hope you have enjoyed this special video today. Feel free to mention what games are on your Switch and which ones to play in the comments section. I just gotta say thanks for getting my channel to 200 subscribers, keep fantasizing, and good night-o!